The Boys season 3 finale. Oh, and it's a doozy. Let's get ready to not get copyright infringement and talk about it. All right, we're back for another episode of Geek Variants. We are talking about The Boys season 3 finale. All right, episode 8. We got me, your brawler right here, and we got a very unhappy camper. You got to remember that boy Tony here is well versed in the comic side of it, while me, being the newcomer to the series, has just watched the show side of it. So we're gonna have some conflicting opinions about some things. And Tony, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you
I ain't talking about. I'm not talking about this show.
Why are you not talking about it?
I hate it.
Let's go. I think I can guess what it is. I think I can guess.
Go ahead. Go ahead, guess. You already know.
All right.
You know.
So we know this is a show that this is coming to a head. We got Soldier Boy, with the big reveal at the end of the last episode. But is he still gonna do the job that he had an agreement to do and take out Homelander? So it's like,
well,
okay,
he's gonna do that.
Him and Butcher, we're on the way to go find out what's going on. But we got, Ryan thrown into the mix, Homelander being Soldier Boy's seed, and Blacknoir coming back to enter the fray. And man, what I thought was going to happen did not happen.
I'll talk.
The problem that I think Tony's upset with is, before we even got to the beatdown, we started tying up some loose ends, and Blacknoir was unceremoniously dispatched before he could do anything of note. I call so much bullshit on that one. I don't even know the comics like that.
Beyond, like I said in the last time we talked, you took arguably the strongest character in The Boys and put him below Starlight in power. There is no feasible way that Homelander should have killed Blacknoir. No, none. But you have changed his character so much that he became useless. And this is upsetting. And on top of that, Maeve lived? How? That blast almost took out Kimiko, and she dove in front of it. Maeve took it full blast. She should have been dead.
Look,
in the book, Homelander took her head off. It wasn't even a fucking fight. So for her to fight him toe to toe like that, it's bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, I'm saying it. She's nowhere.
They were dragging their feet on this one. I think this was definitely anticlimactic in terms of the character development. I think it was a good fight, more or less, in terms of just kind of the lead up. But yeah, Maeve should have been done with after everything she's been through. The fight is literally 2 panels in the book. It is 2 panels. She hits him with a sword, it breaks over his head, and she takes his head off. Now, look, even if we put that aside for a second, the fact that she took the blast full force and she's still sitting there with the same injury she had before the blast hit her, she still looked no worse for wear than what Homelander had already done to her in the fight.
Right.
So it's the blast was completely negated. It did absolutely nothing. Now, if you could have shown her jumping out and kicking away from him, because she can jump. That's what she can jump, and kicking away from him to get some distance, then I could believe that part a little bit more. But no. And again, Homelander, I don't care how jacked up Homelander is, he should have bodied her. That should have been a quick fight.
Easily.
I was expecting a triple threat match. Straight up. That's what I wanted to see. All right. But yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot with this one. You take out Blacknoir. Freaking Maeve should have went before Blacknoir. The Deep and A Train were nowhere to be found.
They're useless right now.
That's fine. They're useless and stuff like that. But I was hoping maybe I thought we was gonna get some like maybe Huey has an encounter with A-Train and they can kind of go at it or something like that. And he's gonna take that little temp V that he got, and then the Deep is
Can't
now
take
got
it
to
no more. He'll
contend with
die.
Starlight.
He can't take it no more. That's why I will say I like the fact that they made Huey use his mind instead of the temp V, and he powered up Starlight, because that's the only way she could have hung with Soldier Boy.
And she barely hung with him. It was a quick one-off, and he was getting back up like he was about to body her.
Yeah, he was about to put that 700-pound shield through her.
Yeah, that would have been it. I mean, head poppers.
I mean, that right there just ruined the show for him when they killed Black Noir. It literally, I was like, okay, I'm done. This makes no sense. I understand that they had, like I said, we've had a discussion. You can change characters, that's good. But when you change them too much, you kill the character, Miss Marvel. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? You kill the character. When you change the storyline entirely too much, you change the experience. I understand you got viewers like yourself who don't read the book, but you got viewers like me who read the book and expect some kind of loyalty to the book. This episode was so disloyal to the book. It literally has turned me off of the show.
Well, I mean, you got to remember, when you have fans such as myself who are kind of getting to this and I haven't read, like, this is the kind of stuff that makes me want to go research the comics. And that's what I did. Like, I didn't go sit down and get book for book. I mean, like with Invincible, I went and I got the compendium so I can read through all of it and see kind of what goes on. I'm trying to let the show, tell itself and then go back and read the books afterwards. And I get a lot of information from you guys. So me knowing what Black Noir was about is like, okay, give me something. Like, you changed his backstory and stuff. It's like, all right, well, maybe they gave him something where, yeah, he has more martial arts abilities, but he still has the durability or strength of whatever of Homelander, and he's kept as a card. Or you give us some scene in the backstory where, Black Noir was being raised in a separate lab next to Homelander to keep him freaking, whatever. They put the thing in two different test subjects, put it in a white woman, put it in a black woman. And bam, they raise these test tube babies, and that's how Black Noir is able to hang with Homelander. But nah, he was unceremoniously dispatched and left for dead. And to be honest, I will say this: Black Noir looks to be dead and stuff like that. His entrails are all over the place and stuff like that. Unless they can come up with some funky way to fucking spin it, which I don't think they can right now, or nothing comes to mind again, because I don't know the entire show and how everything works within the comics and stuff. But unless they got a copy of Black Noir somewhere so that they're keeping in the lab, like that's pretty much it. So
unless his healing factor kick in overdrive, then yeah, okay. I'm really like, that one thing, just I'm done. I can't. This entire, yes, it was action packed. It was a solid episode, but it totally made no sense, none whatsoever. You just took the first your first couple seasons, building up Black Noir as this badass character, and this one season you tore him down. So no.
I mean, he was torn down, and I think that we kind of went back around. I mean, when Homelander had his whole thing about, his points went up because he went off on his rant and said what he said. I feel like everything that happened from that point on to now was pretty much negated. To the fact is, we're right back to square one. Homelander is out there in front of the people, still doing his thing, doing whatever the hell he wants. Soldier Boy is now neutralized, so there's no using him anymore. He's pretty much done. And Homelander's still running the show, and the boys are back at the bottom trying to figure it out. Only difference is Butcher's got less time to freaking live. So,
and Ryan is now on Homelander side.
Yeah,
because you saw him at the little. Yeah, he looked like he was enjoying it when Daddy blew off a man's head in front of the his Homelander crowd.
Yeah,
I said it.
So
I mean, all the signs are there, but who Homelander really is, fake hair and all.
Homelander is on one, and he is about to be on another one come season 4, which they are filming and stuff now. So
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, we'll look. I'll be here to watch it. I'm gonna do my best to drag Tony to watch it as well.
I'm gonna watch it, but it's not gonna be one of these. Oh, it's on. Okay, let me watch it now. It's
yeah,
gonna be it's
the
on.
hype,
I'll watch it when I get to it. The hype is not
the
going
hype
for me.
really took a hit and stuff that they can't seem to rectify at this point. All the stuff that they just kind of went through is really it's not really holding attention. So again, we had some really great episodes this season that really expanded a lot on stuff that we had seen in the comics, and then we got a whole lot of tear down here. So I mean, this one's pretty much short and sweet. I don't think there's anything else we can really say about it, but
it's now my number 2 show. Solid number 2. It is no longer it is no longer time. Right, what man, let me tell you a strange thing.
We'll get into Stranger Things
right now.
We'll talk about it. No, we're not gonna do it right now. But look, that's all we got.
That one lived up to the hype. God damn it.
Hopefully we can see some more stuff going forward. We're gonna see what happens with A-Train, what happens with the Deep, how Homelander is gonna keep running the show, and what the boys got to deal with Head Popper, because she is now up there with the VP. And she's going to have a whole lot of power and a whole lot more protection now that she's a presidential candidate. So is Homelander still going to have her back, or is he going to go on a whole, whole tear and just start tearing everything down to be what because he's effectively got an army right now freaking on his side, and it can go either way. So
he got the people.
That's it. So, hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep you informed of all the developments for The Boys and every other media show that we are interested in covering to get to you guys. So with that, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Holla. That's all you get. Holla.